Marvel Studios introduced the character of Skaar in the last episode of She-Hulk. And since Skaar is a huge fan favorite character from Marvel Comics that's endured for multiple decades, naturally people are angry with how he showed up for a mere half a second. But it turns out it could have been possibly worse, as the original idea involved him sort of being like a baby Yoda stand-in for the MCU. Because let's be real, you gotta sell those plushies. So like it or not, Skaar is one of the greatest Marvel comic creations of all time. Having endured for 5 decades on the pages of the comics, selling hundreds of thousands of issues per appearance, it makes sense why so many people were disappointed with his portrayal in the half second that we saw of him in She-Hulk, because the CG was god-awful. But it turns out that the power of Skaar and the sales and marketing from the comic side of things did not actually want him to be as popular as he is in the comics, sell all those action figures, and outsell Captain America and Thor combined on a yearly basis. So they were worried and realized that what if we made him more appealing for everybody? So as it turns out, this is exactly the thought process that they went through. What if we take the popularity of this character that everybody knows that's so beloved and redesign him? So in an interview with TV Line, the director of She-Hulk, Kat Coyer, revealed that originally Marvel Studios had a different idea. The introduction of the character was going to be closer to that of Baby Yoda, aka Grogu, and they were going to be focusing on a small Skaar that was essentially gonna be a baby. Well, okay, a toddler is what they were going for, but she reveals that ultimately in conversations, development, and what they were setting up for the future, this would not in fact fit. So this was one of those changes they decided to make as the series went into production, and they knew what they were shooting when, to make sure that Skaar is aged up to properly fit what they're going to need in the future. So again, it's one of those things where unfortunately we don't get the greatness and the decades worth of comics appearances that just transcended the Hulk himself, that have made Skaar one of the best-selling worldwide phenomenons of all time. But we do in fact at least get whatever this is and whatever that haircut is. But I guess at least we didn't get a toddler, right? Because can you imagine the outrage then? Because you can imagine what they would have done, right? Like, he runs in, lifts the table, flips it upside down, Skaar goo goo gaga. They would have ruined everybody's favorite Skaar moment from the comics, where he, as a toddler, manages to get so angry he cracks a planet in half, taking all the lava, forming it into lava gloves, and then pounds away at the maestro who just traveled through time to be stopped by him. What a great arc that was. Everybody remembers it greatly. Amazing. They botched our boy Skaar. Hashtag freedom for Skaar.